Malungit tuta Mr. Talam, sungit tuta Janice, ngil tuta Bella, Happy Monday! Happy Monday! Al nga Christmas Eve, el angal 24th of December, maramlom katikatal karoy, daktiyo ay salwasi, akmlo rakwa, malguk nga rawrede la Micronesian Legal Services Corporation. Kung ay salwasi nga ka for the member, for the first time, ang maari nga obis ra Micronesian Legal Services Corporation rakwam. It's exciting aling mga niya obis ringi Rabelaw, Masaybal, Marshall Islands, Maygel Foral, Balura, FSM, Kosraya, Chuk, and Bulabe. Ilanyamlo mga niya number 8 al obis al maani rakwam. Malnes wakal mred al mongi o ay sirar other belal ngakwam. Leng waitial obis ra legal service tiang musube edal mongi no try sa documentally free. Makman milat kalwasya sel temela senkyo ang ariya balot ing sube edal olabel mora obis ra legal services rakwam. Tadiri kalmle ngani adrala almla higher than Maurior say makngilul mo mitra Palau Community Association mang tadiri kalul lang itrilo asya bolso be ilelngung kalnotary public almora asahibay malubeng sele peliliubay men si el ngarse notarize for free ay gagi dele balot so tadiri kal mal si mormular wa affidavit tama power of attorney. Yung nga sera civil cases, mura other belal eligible lang nga income eligibility. Sige dalung makraman mlom katatal dibus and ay makmal ayamar man mlom katatal dibus but woo today is a good day. Mangwayel ba krokul family hour at maldi mo alilak talkibel time. Yung other siyarngut maul doswe del mora rubak al Dios. O kore malurang asulel, erte al klabo, al balwadra balur belaw, alingilul meskid. Dire kal malurang asulel, ramokte kara rubak al Dios, rirelidal mo adra belaw. Ada mal makasay, malgiret al blool kakatkak, kasabaak, ikaw baltigaring. Malaway se el familia orang nga mal tokubet sel okya kargib in the house this morning ang aringi kitakmal di matangali rokoy Miss Ayana Rengiil. Woohoo! Ang kanggel matangali o misindrigi olmuro organic ko si Miss A ang kang tennis sensation. Todo nga lira when she was young malmiklora dili lang lamora kale sumang malneswa kal ngulme o era balongot odu edi ko ay silwasten kangalgela Attorney General Ernestine Rengiil eswa kalo ay silwase akmla mention Rengiil family are a couple of times silwase Ernestine Rengiil adi imol other belaw el nga kamatangali el dirga kataloli marom ever akdilo ringi ako lo ay silo si Selgula rangal ki kakasin si ilmo Ernestine ringi lala ka pa mo nga because especially elang al malimis ak klo o malimero maran magikarel ak akora feel was maral gire dal promoter say gidil was you can lead a clean life good life abstain diya ka do lima rom et all. It's possible. It's possible. Al sabi mal mugrol, moklol at dia katal mo limarom. So altang ang ngayon mutal bebil out there other belaw makmal amatra kami ako ti Ernestine Rengiil ngay dia mal algudong limak akmal blool namotun 3 times ok mentionerira family out. Belang kal ngatya nga ang algela Ernestine Rengiil Miss Ayana Rengiil. Woohoo! En kado dingil waseng kanyelo scholarship will go right into it Miss A kuling ito sa kamo ay say you're home for the holidays ka kang arger ilange what are you doing these days?
Well, thank you Senator and as you said I'm on full scholarship. Actually it's a full tennis scholarship, so I'm getting about $26,000 per school year. This is completely funded by the tennis team. I am also blessed because I am receiving scholarships from the school itself for my academic achievements. So I get, I believe, 2 additional scholarships, and then 1 scholarship is because I am a minority.
Oy. Kamo ay strangkle la skulem.
Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Wow, aldum man ne so Miss Elme ngamlo ra South. Ato ko ablo oloring sa ngal maskura way ka mamlora Hawaii, mamlora West Coast, nga California, din ka malwal ko ra aroy nga Alabama. Okay, so because ang malungil ating arkaw, in addition to sel 26,000 al mola ning irabe karak, ito diri kal nga niya kukuha, baby raw daw del school mal meskaw.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Kamo ay suwang. Malimis sulungil at CPR ka. How do you do it?
Well, I will credit that to time management. I lived in Fiji for about 2 years in total at a tennis center, and I lived there my entire senior year. So I never went to class my senior year of high school at PHS. My teachers were kind enough to send me my work via email, and Ministry of Education was great in helping me out and letting me train in such circumstances, and also continue my studies so that I could graduate. And we trained for about 6 hours a day, and I really wanted to do well in my studies so that I could go to a good university, and so I could get some scholarships, help mom out so that she didn't have to pay such huge expenses for education.
Malmusulang Miss Elma o ay sa matamalawra nga sulala minister sinton sa walablay mapala high school marokol ada education no sa siya te ala Miss A mang lara training ra Fiji ra for her tennis o kore, but you still was on the honor roll. En kagi de lo ay sula saying time management ta ulman sa BLL mo lungi latte ngaringi Mr. Omra Fiji wasn't 6 hours mo play tennis.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll assume in 6 hours, and how much time I blame devote to cook mara subale mal do mamlo sube mal di maintain ang ngilal al tengar kawe finish high school.
6 if not more. Yeah.
So, sige di time al 6 hours in tennis, and then at least 6 hours na diri kan mulsi into your study mo sube al maintainer sige di tengar kawe. Miss A, I know kadiri kan mal makasaya regime. How old are you now?
19.
19. You just turned 19 actually dira ka last week, yeah? Sayang December telang al tansya bir ka.
December 15.
Oh. So sa December 15 kamle 18 and they just turned 19 al December. Lo ay sina kalwasen di mede elo ko nga 5 semesters na ka kamombre ka school. You're almost done. Kamo ay siyang nga major ka nga riyam ko dasol mo.
I'm an electrical engineer with a concentration in computer science.
Wow, that's fantastic. So of course, Miss Ayana Rengiil, kamatingik mo say akmal disappointed dali kulom da sulwa si kamo lawyer. Si emalo ay sulwa say why want to be an electrical engineer? Is that something that you've always been interested in?
Well, I think my interest began when I was still in elementary school at SDA. And I think the subjects that really interested me were science, math, and computers. But computers was the most out of the 3. And I could just imagine myself working with computers all the time. I feel like I can do that for the rest of my life. And I think I would be a valuable asset to Palau if I finish school and I come back. So maybe I was thinking of computers when I was a little kid, but now I'm thinking more of sustainable energy, maybe more solar powered, something like that.
Sulang. Adal nga ni expertise tira solar energy. magirikal mo marikal nga tigidal field ka electrical engineer engineering mo omen si ML ngoswira belurbelaw. So let's talk about your growing up years. Kam karangyak mal ulda Kam karangyak mal you do time management. You're 19. Already kind of matingin mula sa where you're going. Kautel malimi sa lungi latte nga kara school. So you already have a full scholarship lang. They give you 26,000 every year for your tennis scholarship for 4 years. Ikaw tel diri kasi emang ma additional because kamal lungi latte nga kara school. Kamo ay silwase what ngararo law makamal kora you're very good time management and what you're doing in college.
Well, I think there's a lot of factors I can think of off the top of my head, but I think the first one would be my family. Of course, my mom is a lawyer, and now she's the attorney general. She's been attorney general before.
I see.
And from a very young age, she taught me it's very important to be punctual, be on time, and also to know your capabilities so that you make enough time for the things that you need to do. It took me a while to learn one of the lessons, which was if you're tired, you need to take a break. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work. We're not machines that I work with. We are not machines. We are humans. And when we're tired, we need to take a break so that we can become more productive. Mm-hmm. I also think of my grandparents, especially my grandfather and my grandmother. My grandfather used to tell me that being early is on time and being late is unacceptable.
Oh, that's nice. So being early is on time, being late unacceptable. Sige, di ako kalbils ka grandpa. Angklala grandpa ka.
Wilhelm Rengiil.
Oh, malaalbalo. Awero opo mo na medico ay sulo sa kamaral masauri sir aldad ame seya ul makawa gestere lang al December 24. Ngulumuol mulwa say family. That's the reason for her success is her family. Magida luma mis ang artiang el alnya lu me or kap singilaboy lara December. Amo me ela Jesus into a family ra Christmas and seals. Pekla adoro we have families. Ngani sige el family liya support tergid. Mangagida Miss el angal mo mga adult ko growing up with her grandpa. Kagida Mr. Wilhelm Rengiil maka grandma ngi rakyo ko. Ako remember Miss El ang kangara church. Lo mangela malma gigi the grandma ma grandpa. Et ngarangele cross raral mo ogi usele post office maral mo ra church orior. So I remember her. Lo bantri ren maral cross raral mo. Ngariamle activity gi bloring ira sarude evening. Makmin nga do ngile agi mo kaswes nga kama kalema meringira attorney general makasi musabe amal mo ngeng say oy era ko mange oy la kakirikan mamora church e ko so she's continued the ngara church STA mangagi del 19 argil. So talk about growing up with your grandpa and mora church. Can you share a little bit with us, Miss A, about your grandpa? Kagi dem lak mo kalo say being early is on time. Being late is unacceptable. Harakoram lengot experience growing up with him.
Well, I think my grandparents, both my grandmother and my grandfather, they taught me the importance of going to church and believing in God. And I think that was one of the best things that happened to me in my life. That I started going to church with them probably when I was a baby, before I can even remember how to remember. Yes. So I remember going there, that's how I met all my friends, with the small children, and then we would go to the worship. And as I got older, I started to realize the importance of it. And especially now that I'm in college, I realized the true importance of having something to believe in, especially God. Most of my colleagues in college are atheists.
Really, akatira ako ramal. Let's talk a little bit about that eh. Selda mo rakale. Ngata mo ral mitar, but tukol otherwise eh. Maka mo is what do they believe in, atheist?
I've spoken to my friends about it's the belief that if you want something done, you use your own strength and perseverance to get it, and that is what they believe. And I partially believe that they are correct. You need to work hard. It's not like God is there to give you everything in life. You need to take your time and put in your time, your effort, everything like that. But I also believe that for myself, when I am happy or when I am thankful, at least I have someone to thank.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's always myself, because God provides you with the opportunities to promote yourself, become a better person. And I don't think I create those instances by myself.
Amen. Kamaral masula alda at ame mak-share with you tiagid. Nga ka sira ako lo ay sira Janice. Sira November 14, 2018. November 14 mlaing alak talbo il madrin. Ya ko makalal mo trap prangal ki kara school o misaol. And then driving back, mlaring meeting po rin ako State Assembly. Oh, Constitutional Hall. Mlatin saklan mo Constitutional. And I was overcome with while in the middle of the road driving, overcome with tial sense was a agubak ka Dios, malimi silbati karang rangak. Overcome with this sense was a arubak ka Dios has been in my life ever since even before I was born, and then and has given me the opportunities to be who I am today. I experienced that and I got that sense, yeah. Kasi nga provide ay give the opportunities makaldo maka so successful rin alsil sa. Makamlutal mga odol kiri ala kautan now ay sar atheist ay give the lol ko school hindi ka malamol in your faith and your belief in God.
Yes, I also believe I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so our Sabbath is on Saturday, and I really appreciate that God took the time to create a day of rest. 6 days He created the earth and everything here, and on the 7th day He rested. And I'm very thankful for that, because it gives me time to kind of recharge myself. I can just sit down, relax, read the Bible. I can go to church on that day and, just recharge my whatever's going on inside, and so that I'm ready for the incoming week and whatever I need to do. It's very helpful for me.
Miss Emma, you've been in tennis, your entire life. Sing will help her to stay away from alcohol and drugs. How is it that you're able to? You're 19 now, and you can feel the need to kind of engage in those kind of things.
I think it would be, again, with the time management. I really had no time for maybe going out. Even when I wasn't really here during high school, which probably would have been a pivotal point if I had started. I was in abroad, and I can't do those kinds of things there, because then I would lose my scholarship. So I think it was, for me, most of it was the time. I didn't have time for it. But also I surrounded myself, or was surrounded by people who usually didn't do those kinds of things. My friends, my church mates, my grandparents, my most of my family that I was with when I was younger, we didn't do much. Yeah.
And also, akong dasandiri ka, tegidal going to church. Going to church, amal clubal role in keeping you grounded there, making and knowing decisions that what to do in your life at a young age. Bela ka mo ay sa selo ngartial Bilura Alabama ngar other bela ngial ubendiak.
There's one Palawan, Willie Aledoy. And so usually maybe a couple times a month I go over to his house and we eat and at least I get away from school for a little bit. But I guess you can't say it's like California or Oregon or
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, Hawaii, where you can just run into Palauans at the store and no, it's not like that. So I'm kind of forced to socialize more with people I'm not usually around, but it's a blessing in disguise, I think, for myself. I've met so many wonderful people from different countries: Hungary, Sri Lanka, Spain. It's a great experience for me.
Oh, wonderful. Ilang kita pa ko getting it ka. Kada mention says ngariya scholarship will movie because you're a minority.
Yes.
Kamu is rabel kula minority.
So a minority in the United States is someone who is not American really. So they include black people, Hispanics, Asians, and Islanders in the fine print.
Okay, so we're Pacific Islanders.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you, because you're in the South, Alabama, Alabama. Ka-feel prejudice. Sel tokoel wasi tokorak mul wasi kaol dia kam adram rigel and dia kam peelelew. Kakora feeler segi del wasi sel omgar Alabama ngaria abebira bilgardalira adle gor kaol wal gora makita bilgardali kaol dia kam peelelew white American.
Oh, of course, yes. I feel most of those things when we go out to the malls or something like that, and sometimes in school it's like that. But I don't think too much of it. Those people I think they don't broaden their horizons. Yeah. So I just try to be. I don't try to win their appreciation or something like that. I just try to be nice to them, and maybe one of these days, they'll realize it. But my favorite thing to do is when our test results come back. And I'm
you're top of the class.
Top of the class. That's my little revenge.
Yeah, amen. Hi, much be so you're what is called the child prodigy. I talked to your mom. Di skip a grader ngara STM. So I think you were allowed to what we call jump once.
Yes.
Dura mamar ka hindi lungal wasi hindi mlakal swalo salmal mo kekarel ngara in a classroom mal maklo to karakir ngal kara school kaul maldi malimis di wila tengar ka. So wow, we're so proud of you. Kagida ngartial ngal karbela di mala scholarship lang malimis lungin tengar top of our class. Do you still play tennis as well, or ang kauk mo ay sa schedule ka? You said time management in college. Kam kura miskida a day in the life of Miss Ayana Rengiil when she's in college in Alabama.
Well, usually we have a morning practice, weight. So we go to the weight room at 6 o'clock. We stay there for an hour. I usually have breakfast, and then I go to class until 2 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I play tennis for another hour, or we run. Mm-hmm. And then I go back to class, and that's pretty much the end of my day for the weekdays. And Saturday we train for about 2 or 3 hours, and then Sunday we have off.
Do you get to play or compete?
Yes,
with other teams?
this fall semester is our off season, so we're mostly in the weight room,
Training,
training, conditioning, and starting January 19, that is our first match of the season.
Okay, we'll send positive thoughts and love to you for January 19th. That's the first competition or kami when you go back. Kangartel mo oy ngarang.
I'll leave January 4.
Adi lang malik medo. Ang Ayana malimis, she's such a wonderful young lady mangkagil sangara. I heard she was here din kakate illegal misang. Iyak po nga asurangan ng she's Santa's helper ngo may labresen tamaldo makmlo mesang, so I asked her to come. So what are you doing here? Ilalaom nga bela for the holidays. With
Well, for the first couple of weeks I was here, I was usually at SDA. They had their Christmas play, so I was blessed. I was able to help them out with most of the signs and the decorations. I'm friends with quite a few of the teachers there, so they allowed me to help and playing with the kids sometimes. It's been great. I'm trying to do a couple of tennis clinics while I'm here, but the weather is yeah. So, but that's pretty much all that I'm doing here. I know I visit my classmates and.
Oh, malungin. I'm hoping mo sabihin at least clear up mo. You do some tennis clinics ra where umuray le maning ire kan ngoy kan muray kal school al dire kan mga adult mura tira kal alkara school. So let's what can you say to young people in elementary, also in high school, about doing good in school and staying clean?
Senator, I think, in my opinion, I can't really say kids because I'm kind of still a kid, but from what I've seen when I've come back these last 2 weeks, it's like everyone is in a race to grow up. And I feel that a little bit. I'm sure I was like that. But looking at them now, I think what I want to tell them is you have time. You have so much time in your life to be doing whatever you need to do. And maybe they have dreams and hopes and they're working on it and they want it to be instant. You see these things on television where these prodigies, they were poor and then instantaneously they were millionaires, and I think they need to know that it's okay to take your time. And I'm going to use an example from the Bible if you don't mind. When David fought Goliath, he was not a soldier. That was not his field of expertise. But his faith in God told him, I can. Now, that's not really the story that I'm touching on. It's the part where they offered David armor. Because he was not a soldier, he was going to go, they couldn't let him go unarmed.
I see.
And when he put it on, it didn't fit. At that moment, it did not fit. And so he had to take it off. And in the end, he defeated Goliath. But many years later, when David became king, the armor fit. And so I guess what I want to say is maybe the armor does not fit you yet. But somewhere down the line, it will. And my advice is to wait, hustle, grind, whatever you need to do, but it will come. It will happen. But you need to be patient. You have to believe in yourself, maybe hone your capabilities a little bit more, and believe in the greater power that he will give it to you. Maybe not now, but just the belief is probably, I think, the most important thing.
Thank you so much. Ayana Rengiil, ang mga tao man mo ngilarong wale. Atarak tira kakrang sira tigingye mawat yagir. Ma tigingye man mawam kaya karil say. Di kamsalo re ada. E atiang ablo lo atabay silmergit. La kamsalo re ada ika di borngi. Kadi morngi. Di morngi sel time blaboloy matargim. Di morngi sel time bol sabi emal mo experience ay gel msalo re ada morngi el al time. Thank you so much for mga atu algire la segi del story ra David and his armor lo say sergi ra riu ra blabol crawl af mesel su mada magigarel ade e bol lakarngo de dongil toru legel se del kukut mok algirel sel teme del sel regid sel tarak labse bo the clow engi blabol sebe del lomele da هذا سيد المصويس برايجي ديال التقويل دبورني. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator.
هذا ممرا ملا البلو will be so proud. Cocktail is proud right now. Man magiging story na Bible. I also wanted to share it agir. Mama amlora class ra a puffs. Ania class el gibloril behavioral governance. Behavioral governance. Ngalol sis akarngia mulwa se emphasize ra o sis aklela a Jesus. Love one another. So you're sitting in this behavioral governance class al masada sengirem al follow al lula fiduciary responsibility rigid. Selso kumada ngara through alla boy mal ubada ngara ikal board lo ngara alautod ingire del dia self dealing ingire mlom dasora klung yo lirar af aldo mong lo mention ra labuan sele besreng da Dios ta dirul como se hotel the highest laws la al ngara al sela besreng agot volbutigarom ra Dios serqalo barngum rogir maludosyo rogir maklisi rogir ongerung volbutigarom rangar bitar kaw alwal butigarom rakawe ma point ra behavioral governance say hindi ka daw spe alla alwasay kaya siya makarang kamla to malaw daw de udu kawa self-dealing kamla that's a conflict of interest gira la adal wadi lingil madangalin mulwasay tial ngara al-kubangang as a fiduciary for the people, as a trustee, ngara nga gira kalkut makling gira kalom das raklung yolela the other person. You're focused on aklung yolela ngel taraad and tiya kalakaw. And this el dumak mga ado niya wasay. Mga dal sense dira kal dilitya. Al som ka ngara iglesia e omra ra Dios. And direct kalong usukaw a fiduciary responsibility raw. Ang maldiro luay say, al suko makakawa nga ra church, ra iglesia, e omra ra Dios, e usukaw, ra igel ngar alem, al omorul, al morabuay. Maigel, maybe las edalo say anything that you do. Lengka kita, Ayana Rengiil ngartiang lo isra klaumra ra Dios ma bisel mura iglesia al gere lo vingel la kran maringi makran paringi en kaya dal tapal studente full scholarship for 4 years e dire gal di mala additional scholarship mang sel obra kadra rubak kal Dios en mogega klangar karaw aklunyal you are so many good things happen to you because of your faith in God. Actually, sokal mal amatrakaw for sharing. I get kukul de suya milgirian girel ave. Maklamutulo geralwas. In addition to that, is there anything that you'd like to say? This Christmas.
Well, it is the Christmas season. It's a very festive season, and I just want to say to anyone who is out there that please spend time with your family.
Amen.
I've been taught very well that family is always going to be there for you, and they are the ones who will support you day in, day out when you're feeling down, when you're feeling on top of the world. And I really feel that they should be the most important people in your life. And around this time of year, it's very important that you take the time to be with them. You know, maybe if you haven't seen one of your, I don't know, cousins, relatives, take them out for lunch. Yeah. I've been with my mom these past couple of days, and we've just been visiting my relatives I didn't even know I had. Just, just to go and talk to them and just say Merry Christmas. We're thinking of you during the holidays. And I felt very good afterwards after seeing them. And I think also if you have any little conflicts that you guys have, then before the New Year's, just try and, get together, maybe talk it out. Maybe it isn't as bad as either of you thinks, we're humans and sometimes we like to overthink and think about how bad it is and the other person will not take the time. But, we're capable of being the bigger person. So
forgive, and then family is first angal this Christmas. Amal masal mga tinakulog yung tegi tagal alang kagi dale. Ayana shout out talmura gele dala la chero mal dil karay dil boy matul. She stopped by the house elira ang mga yung maklok. Almal di melo asyak timbelo ase Merry Christmas. Antira cheroma gimra lorang asule me mamang dilboy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tegi darol ko niyang kagi dale. Ayana lo ase bolse edalbay spend time rolding aletang ok le mga odura family gidere ang al holiday al niya Christmas al sils. Madukura mara ende manigira murka mo kung gitar kalme madukura oy tekle yung mura alitak a Christmas hindi rin kal lawita ang kagitale Ayana maduol mengitak la akura Dios misra gawe Ayana mral loldang sa Dios. Thank you Lord ra klangar Ayana rin ang kagitale maldesang kagida already ulwasing mga mirabela after graduation mel me ol nga siya origidra belur belaw paskate alerla mom or close for our show this family hour. Your closing statement dol masumara.
Well, thank you first to Senator for letting me come and speak here. It's a great opportunity for me to come back and be so welcomed by everyone. I do promise that after I finish my studies, whether it be in the United States, I'm also trying to get my master's before I come back for permanent. So I just want to thank everyone who's been so supportive of all my, adventures, because it wasn't really a job for me. I had fun all of the time that I was out and representing such a wonderful and great country. So thank you all, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Ay, sel goreng sra Miss Eng suan mo mralay wela madakali. Kita rokol maral di madangalira langal galaw tennis and all our we're so proud that kita lagi rokol competition namang kaya kita ngartel maral orang asaw and to everyone out there kita other belam na support ra Miss Eng. Growing up kaya kita mlamen may touch base with us o ay sridal was ay rokol support talaga. Look what she's doing now. Madamaral proud na rin yung Merry Christmas sa marbekla at rokoy. Yung man masawlal me. Thank you. Tirakal mo rang kagi tali Mr. Talang so Palawe, ma Janice, ma Greg for this wonderful year. Ito maral masaurat te alam si ela family oral reach so many people. Mga maral masaurat other bela. Thank you Lord for our beautiful country. Balwa the mga blessings. Al mirabalur bela me ikang kung Merry Christmas makuknek sa family hour.